like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Welcome back to NA DIORPOP. Tonight, we are not simply talking about a magazine cover. We are not just revisiting a behind-the-scenes clip. We are standing at the edge of history, again, because the reunion of BTS is no longer a distant dream. It feels close, tangible, breathing, and the question is no longer if. It's are you ready? The moment the room shifted for. The March cover shoot began like any other high-profile production. Stylists adjusting fabrics, directors discussing angles, assistants moving in synchronized precision. But then they walked in. 7 silhouettes, 7 energies, 7 stories that shaped an entire generation. The atmosphere changed instantly. There's a specific kind of silence that falls when something meaningful is happening. Not empty silence, but heavy, electric silence. That's what filled the room. RM entered with quiet composure. There's something different about him now, a depth sharpened by time, reflection, and solitude. His presence feels like gravity, steady, anchoring. Jin followed with that familiar warmth, his humor dissolving tension before it could even form. His laughter is still bright, but there's maturity layered underneath it. Suga remained calm, almost still, yet observant. The kind of stillness that isn't absence, but awareness. His eyes move carefully, as if absorbing the magnitude of the moment. Jhope radiated light as always. But it's not just sunshine anymore. It's controlled brilliance. Intentional. Powerful. Jimin stepped into frame with that softness that has always defined him, delicate but resilient. There's an emotional transparency in him that cameras can't help but capture. V brought artistry without trying. Effortless charisma. A gaze that feels cinematic even when he's simply standing still. And then there's Jungkook, no longer just the golden magne, but a fully realized artist. There's confidence in his posture now, but the spark in his eyes remains untouched. 7 individuals who walked separate roads. Now standing shoulder to shoulder again. Growth doesn't break real bonds. Hiatus changes people. Time apart forces reflection. Solo projects demand independence. Silence invites introspection. Each member faced the world alone, as artists, as individuals, as men navigating an industry that rarely slows down. They experimented with sound. They embraced vulnerability. They confronted expectations. But here's the truth NA DIORPOP sees clearly. Growth did not divide them. It refined them. And when refined individuals reunite with shared history, the result is something stronger than nostalgia. It's evolution. In the behind-the-scenes clips, the way they interact isn't forced. There's no exaggerated fan service. No overperformed affection. It's subtle. A hand resting naturally on a back. A quiet comment whispered off camera. Laughter that feels familiar, not rehearsed. They don't act like 7 soloists posing together. They move like a unit that never truly disbanded. The language of comfort. There's something powerful about watching people who don't need to prove their closeness. When the camera pauses, they don't scatter. They linger. They talk in low tones. They adjust each other's outfits instinctively. They exchange looks that say more than dialogue ever could. That kind of comfort cannot be manufactured. It comes from years of shared dorm rooms. Shared fears. Shared stages. Shared tears backstage after awards and after losses. It comes from growing up together under global scrutiny. And now, it feels like they are meeting each other again, not as rookies chasing dreams, but as men who survived the storm and chose to come back stronger. More than a comeback. This March cover is symbolic. It doesn't scream. It doesn't explode. It whispers. And whispers can be louder than noise. Because this isn't just a comeback announcement waiting to happen. It's a cultural reset waiting to ignite. When BTS reunites officially, it won't just be about charts. It won't just dominate timelines. It will awaken something emotional across the globe. Fans who grew up with their music will feel time folding in on itself. Memories of late-night streaming. Purple oceans in stadiums. Lyrics that healed wounds no one else saw. And when their voices blend again, after everything they've individually experienced, the harmony will carry weight. Not just sound, but the reunion we deserve. What makes this moment powerful isn't perfection. It's perseverance. They could have easily drifted apart creatively. They could have chosen comfort in solo stability. They could have let time quietly close a chapter. But they didn't. Instead, they are standing in front of cameras together again. Not as a relic of the past, but as the next phase of something unfinished. And perhaps that's what makes this reunion different from any other. It's not about recreating 2019. It's not about repeating old formulas. It's about 7 artists who now understand themselves more deeply, coming back to create something that reflects who they've become. Are we truly ready? Because when the official announcement drops, when teaser images flood social media, when comeback dates are confirmed, the world will shake. Streaming platforms will freeze. Headlines will explode. Purple will dominate every corner of the internet. But beyond the chaos, beyond the numbers, there will be a quieter moment. The first time they stand on stage again. The first time they bow together. The first time they say, "We're back." And in that second, millions of hearts will exhale at once. Promise rekindled. This photo shoot was more than aesthetic brilliance. It was reassurance. A reminder that some bonds survive distance. Some stories are too powerful to end halfway. Some groups are not just collaborations, they are constellations. 7 stars. Different paths. Different lights. But destined to align again. And when they do, the sky doesn't just brighten, it transforms. Thank you for staying with NA DIORPOP. Thank you for believing during the quiet seasons. Thank you for holding space for what's coming. The reunion of BTS is approaching. Not as a rumor, not as a memory, but as the next chapter. And when those 7 stand together again under one spotlight, we won't just witness history. We'll feel it in our bones. Purple Heart.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength, now I'm the only one. Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun.